Hello, welcome to ProjectManager.com Academy. I'm Chris Burke, and today we're going to talk about project proposal. In the project proposal, we're going to go as our core document in which you are going to grab hold of your sponsors and your stakeholders and get them excited about what you're going to accomplish. It is our key document, and it's also internal and external that you might have clients. In that key document, we have certain areas that have to be answered and questions that are going to be answered. These questions range from the strategic level down to the operational level. So there's a multitude of questions we could go through right now, but in a sense, what you're really trying to make sure that you cover in that proposal on answering questions that somebody would have, keep in mind that you're looking at your scope, your schedule, and your cost as you go through and answer questions on that. The proposal is going to have some key parts to it. The first one right up front is your executive summary. That's where you're going to capture the attention of your audience and have them get excited about this project that you're proposing. After that, you're going to have your history section. In that section, it talks about what has gone right in previous projects that you've worked on, maybe some other projects the company has done that weren't successful that you can now come in with this proposal and make them a success. So a little bit of the background and history on that. You're also going to talk about your requirements. What are the items, the materials, the resources that you need both internally and externally to help you execute on this project? Also, you're going to look at your solution, one of the most important parts of it. You've got my attention, I'm excited for this project. Now, how are you going to actually solve the problem and make the project a success? That's where your solution section really comes into play. After that, you're going to have your authorization. Who is authorizing not only you to work on this project, so who's the sponsor, but who on your project team is authorized to speak for the project. So it kind of goes both ways when you look at authorization. Now you've put a lot of great material into your proposal. People are excited about it. You've shown them the solution and how to get there. The next step is your appendix. Every detail that isn't really something that you want to place in the main body of your proposal, you put in the appendix. But it also is where some of the details are so people can go in and really dig deep and make sure that your project's going to be a success. With that, this software, ProjectManager.com, can allow you to actually plan and monitor your proposal right in the software. Let's take a look at how that's happening. So now that we're in the software and we're in the Kanban portion of the software, the Kanban view, I'm going to show you how you can actually use the software, ProjectManager.com, to monitor your project proposal. Because there's key steps that you need to have within your project proposal. One, the executive summary. Make sure when you write your executive summary, this is where you're trying to capture the audience and make sure that it's kind of an elevator pitch, that they understand what this is and they're excited about your project. But make sure that when you write it very concise and very to the point. That's an important part on writing exec summaries. The next column that we have is our history column. In here, you're going to have tasks that you can establish that's going to talk about projects that you have done that are successful, maybe projects that the company has tried to do and weren't successful, and this is how you're going to do it differently. So that's a little area that you put in on the history. Requirements is the next column. In requirements column, you're listing the tasks that you need either internally or externally, resources to help you succeed in this project. Solution is our next column. Solution is going to be a long column because you're going to detail everything that you can on how you're going to make your project successful. You've got me excited from the executive summary column. You've captured the audience. Now in this column of solution is where you're going to show the details of it. The next column you see here is the authorization column. Here it's stating who is authorizing you, who's sponsoring you to do the project, as well as who on your project team is authorized to speak for you. The last column out here is the appendix for your proposal. Your appendix shows all the documents that are needed for your project, but you don't want to bring into the main body of your proposal. So that's where you list those. So the Kanban view here, as you can see it, we've got our columns set up for each of our major parts of our project proposal, and we can watch and see how the tasks are completed and done as we move through with the project proposal. So with that demonstration, you can see that ProjectManager.com can actually be used as you build your proposal. A couple other things I want to leave you with. on the project proposal. One, remember who your audience is going to be. Your audience is going to be a mix. There'll be some people that be excited about the project and they'll be happy for the gain that it's going to give them and their organization. Others will see that project as possibly a pain for their organization. So just keep in mind you're going to have a mix when you talk about your audience. Also, as you build your goals and objectives, think of the word SMART. With SMART, that's how we want to build our goals and objectives. And think of it as an acronym. So first, be specific. Make sure that you're clear and concise on your goals and objectives. M, measurable. Make sure that they are measurable so that we know when we're done with them and also when we are maybe off track on them. A, attainable. Make sure that they are stretched, but they're realistic when you set your goals and objectives. R, relevant. Don't make any goals and objectives that are not going to be part of your scope of the project. And T is time-based. You need to have deadlines established for your goals and objectives. We've walked through how to build a proposal and actually show you how ProjectManager.com can help you monitor your proposal. If you click on this link at ProjectManager.com, you'll get a sample of proposal that will help you as you develop your own project proposal.